guys part 2 of our Duramax towing test. I know you guys have been looking forward to this. We're going to be hooking up some weight to all 3 trucks. So we've got the 2009 Cream Puff, 292,000 mile, no rust, solid Duramax. We've got the 2023 L5P, 38,000 miles on that unit. And not pictured at a different location, we've got Kyle's 2015 LML. We're going to be hooking up the Cadillac over here to my aluminum trailer over there. And then we're gonna hook that up to the trucks. We're gonna test some fuel economy. We're gonna do a little acceleration test. We're gonna give you our feedback on these trucks with some weight behind it. I would say we're somewhere in the vicinity of 7,500 to 8,000 pounds-ish. I don't know the exact weight, but that's what I estimate. We're kind of doing this to, well, first and foremost, it's the last 3 generations of Duramax trucks. Current generation, the LMLs before that, and then the LMM before that. But we've got this 2009 here that I originally purchased to kind of just bring back to Michigan, sell, make a couple bucks, help fund the channel. But some of you guys wanted to see us keep this one, do a little build on it, use it as a tow rig, and get rid of the 2023. So if we're gonna do that, we gotta make sure that thing can pull some weight. So figured we'd just hook up to the other trucks too, see how they do, compare, contrast. If that 09 seems to do the task, maybe it's ready for that big dog over there, I don't know. But now it's time to hook up to the trailer, get the Cadillac loaded, and hit the road with these trucks. So let's get that thing fired up.
And see how good he is backing this trailer up with having a tiny little camera screen.
Well, this has the old highway Michelin's on it. Good ride. Felt the G80 kick in just backing it up, so we had to put her in 4-wheel. Otherwise, this thing is going to be buried. This thing's going to need a wash pretty much immediately after we're done with this test. She's, like I said, she's a cream puff, so you got to treat her right.
Everything's melting right now, so your driveway is almost a mud pit.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal. But we're going to get this thing hooked up and fire that Cadillac up. Oh, reliable. Get that loaded and we'll be on the road. She's got some thick oil in her. She's been sitting a while.
Okay, how's these tires gonna work in this mud? This one got, you know, practically brand new tread. But this one's basically brand new. It's about halfway. Just put in 4-wheel drive. You got that Bluetooth drive shaft. Isn't that how it's supposed to work?
Yeah, Bluetooth drive shaft, Bluetooth 4-wheel drive shifter. I mean, power steering is really bad, guys. This should be fun. Should be good, eh?
Oh yeah, that should be good.
This thing needs to be used more. She don't like sitting. She's born to run.
And it's on E85.
Yeah.
And it's cold-ish. It's like 40s.
We're going to be getting this thing set up pretty soon to be road-worthy, so stick around for that too. We got exhaust. I don't want to say coming because I haven't ordered it yet, but that'll be a project in the near future. Kyle was supposed to remind me. His fault.
I forgot.
Cadillac's looking good on here. Got her all strapped down almost. Ready to head out of this mud pit. Well, I can't really give you an opinion, so to say, because we're not actually in test mode. So all I will say is the truck has decent power. So it's moving this along pretty decent so far. Only thing I don't like about this truck so far, a lack of tow mirrors. So the other trucks have pretty good mirrors. And these mirrors belong on like a 2009 Chevy Impala, not a 2009 2500 HD. So if we were to keep this truck, tow mirrors would definitely be in order. These things are not good. So we got a couple miles to go. We'll drop my other truck off and then head to the gas station. Like the truck so far, honestly. So if you guys didn't catch part 1 of our test of these 3 trucks, it's gonna go something like this, or it is gonna go like this, I should say. So we just fueled up with this truck. We're gonna take it on a little bit of a run, okay? Run's gonna be consistent for all 3 trucks. Halfway through the run, we're going to switch drivers. And if there's anything major or noticeable that we're feeling about the truck, we're going to tell you guys. Once we're done with the run, that's about 10-ish miles, we're going to come back, fuel up, calculate the fuel economy, loaded, and then we're going to go do a little 0 to 60 test, loaded, and see how each of the 3 trucks perform. So this truck right here is the one I'm most interested in, obviously, because as I said, we're determining whether or not we want to keep this truck, do a little build on it for a specific tow rig for our 40-footer basically, and get rid of that 23. The 23 has been an absolute beast. 38,000 miles on that. Probably over half of them have been hooked to a trailer. And it's a great truck. It's just an expensive truck. So we're just weighing the pros and cons of each way and seeing what makes the most sense. So we're just cruising down the road. Gonna hop on the highway here and see how this thing does hooked up. Well, initial impressions on this unit are it tows pretty good. No real complaints. I will say the truck does ride harsher than that 23 for sure. And I wouldn't say you have to get deep into the accelerator pedal to get this thing to move, but you can tell it works a little bit harder than the 23. So that's really all I have to compare to. So I've put, like I said, so many miles on the L5P towing. But yeah, I mean, doing fine so far. About what you would expect. I mean, I honestly would expect less from a truck that has this many miles on it, but overall, good unit, I think. Well, what do you think?
It's not bad. It does ride harsher than unloaded. I will say that.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's to be suspected, and we could have the Cadillac a little, you know, moved on the trailer better, so it might be able to ride a little better.
Right.
But I mean, it's bouncy. And like you said, like taking off from a stop, you have to give her some more throttle.
Yeah. We think about these tires. I mean, these tires are good highway tire, but I don't know. Like, I know we've been like off pavement quite a bit. Like, I don't know if I'd keep these tires on it, you know?
Yeah. And I've always been like an all-terrain or a mud-terrain guy.
Yeah.
You know, all-terrains and mud-terrains lose miles per gallon versus these great tires. But I'd rather lose that than be in a situation where I'm like, oh man, I wish I had a little bit of tread hobbies, you know? So I would just do what I have on my truck, AT3s, personally.
This isn't the type of towing that we're going to be doing, you know. We're just doing what we can with what we got. And as long as you do the same thing between all 3 trucks, I mean, it'll just give you an idea on how it's going to do as you scale up. So
right.
But yeah, honestly, it's comfortable from over here. It ain't bad.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. These seats are so comfy too. It's crazy.
Yep. All right, so we went 22.8 miles.
We did change the route a little bit. So it's easier gas station to get in and out of the trailer.
Right. But we're going to go the same route for each of the trucks, so no big deal. 22.8 divided by 1.928, 11.8.
Okay.
What did the dash say?
Dash, I checked it when we stopped, it said 13.2.
Oh, okay, so off a little bit. 11.82. That's the numbers on this unit. Not too bad.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
So we're going to go do a little 0 to 60, see how this thing accelerates. Then we'll go get another truck.
All right, I think Rick's coming down there. 09 LMM 0 to 60 test loaded. Let's see how it looks.
0 to 60 test in the 09. Let's see how this thing does. Wow, spun a little bit there. Decent power.
All right, what'd she run?
Burned him a little bit now.
Really?
Burned him a little bit. Oh, that was 0 to 60, 14.47.
So it's doubled?
Yeah, it was like, what, 730?
I think so.
730, yeah, I think, unloaded, so.
Not too bad.
Yeah, it felt like it had good power. I mean, went through the gears just fine, no drama. So, I don't know, the only thing to compare it to, 2 other trucks. So let's go get those units. cruising down the road in Kyle's truck. What's the heaviest freaking haul you've done with this truck?
Man, I really don't know the weight, but it was a giant dump trailer that I thought was probably a little big for being a bumper pull. And I had that full of like mature blueberry bushes.
If there's any resident blueberry bush experts, let us know how much that was. How much weight that was.
I mean, there was dirt with them and stuff, but
yeah,
the dump trailer itself was giant, big, and that thing was not light itself.
Yeah. Are you going 60?
Yeah.
Are you trying to edge out that 09? You better be going 60.
Look at the cruise control right there, 60. I know.
I'm watching you.
You were doing like 45.
Yeah, right.
I think.
Got any questions for me, or?
So, how do you think it is?
I mean, it moves this thing around just fine. I think this truck, compared to the 09, I think this truck rides better with that trailer hooked up to it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
09 seemed pretty harsh with the trailer, so I mean, these are completely different chassis, so maybe this one likes weight more. Who knows? I didn't really pay attention to how this one sprung compared to the other one, so. But it's a nice truck, drives good. Dash is saying 14.1 miles per gallon. What are you going to do when this gets like 9 and the 09 is getting like 12?
I'm just going to be frustrated with myself.
Sometimes when you use things, you do lose them too. Let's think about that for a second. Maybe I got super bad news for you.
Is it that far off? You're lying.
No.
Hold on. Oh, wow. 2.3 gallons.
9.6 miles per gallon.
See, what happened was, there was more room in the filler neck, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you had to pull up that extra 9 inches to make this reach. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, and you were going wide open everywhere.
I think the video evidence will show otherwise, but geez, there's just a huge disparity between these trucks. Isn't that crazy?
I'm interested to see what yours gets.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
I don't believe that.
It's the science. I mean, that is nuts.
Oh, well.
Legit, yeah, 2 miles a gallon. When unloaded, it was what, 17 versus 22 or something, wasn't it? It was five difference unloaded.
Yeah, it was different.
Jeez.
Plyometer.
These are numbers, you can't dispute them. So, all right, let's go run this thing. I bet this thing is going to destroy the 0 to 60 test of the LMM. Rightfully so. But let's go find out. All right, guys, 0 to 60 in Kyle's truck. See how this thing does. He needs to do brakes on this thing. Kind of ran her close there, the old stop sign. But,
seen that, it sounded like traction control kicked in, cut throttle. She was spinning.
It spun, much like the 09 did, but 11.83.
It's not bad.
3 seconds faster?
Yeah, that's not bad at all, really.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty. What, it would run 6 seconds?
Was it?
It was a whole set. It was
it
was 6. It was a whole second faster than your truck. So not bad.
Not bad. Let's go get the last truck and see how it does.
So you've never drove this vehicle before, have you?
No, this is this 2023 that we've put 38,000 miles on and never been in this position. But no, this has been I've said it before in the last video, great truck. Overall, no real complaints. It's super smooth going down this road, way smoother than your truck and the 09 for sure. It's just a good towing truck. I'm telling you, this is the best seat in this truck right here.
You're not wrong. I like being in that seat. No, this truck, I love it. I mean, you really don't know there's anything behind you. I am excited to see what it does for 0 to 60 loaded. This 10-speed just works. Is it going to be 1 second behind my truck?
We're going to find out here pretty soon. We're almost to the gas station. We'll figure out that mileage and then beat on this thing a little bit.
Yeah, it's saying 14.1 average right now, which we know that's wrong.
Right.
But what if it's not?
Stoplight both ways in the L5P. The world's rigged against this truck.
All right, so we went 22.9 miles. I have a feeling that pump sounded like it shut off fast.
We got a new champion.
Really? All right, there was a flaw in the test on my truck.
What was the flaw?
I don't know, but
12.42.
no way. The DIC said 14.0, so that's not too far off.
The LMM went into regen, had to have.
Okay.
That's why it wasn't winner. So
Yeah, sure.
So L5P, fuel economy champion. Now we got to go find out, does this thing have enough to knock yours off? 0 to 60 test.
Well, it does. I have an excuse, so I'm just saying.
You always got excuses.
I got an excuse. I pulled 100 horse out of it. Just saying.
Well, I've put no horses in this.
It's true.
What does that mean? Oh, then you'll say, oh, you got 4 extra gears.
I do have a comment, but I'm not going to say it on video.
I'm trying to think of what it is.
You'll understand.
Okay. All right, we're on the 23. Gonna do the 0 to 60. See how she does. Hopefully it beats Kyle's truck. I'm really hoping it beats Kyle's truck. It was a second behind his in the unloaded test, so we'll see. Maybe it'll be consistent with that. Only one way to find out. Oh, there's a car coming right at me.
What's your run? Looks slow.
12.82.
So roughly a second fast or slower than my truck.
Yeah.
Not bad.
2 seconds ahead of the 09. Let's head back to the base and we'll talk a little bit more about the trucks there. Well, guys, that wraps up the test of the 3 trucks. So kind of what I expected from both tests. Wasn't too surprised. I guess the thing I was most surprised about was when loaded, how much better fuel economy these 2 trucks got than yours. I mean, with that tuning you got, I figured it was going to be pretty good. What do you think?
Yeah, I thought my truck would do a lot better.
Yeah.
Fuel economy, so I'm kind of shocked. But I mean, there's a clear difference between the 3 different trucks.
Oh, yeah.
They are all completely different.
Completely different. Everything is different about them. The chassis is different, body obviously, the powertrain.
I mean, even just driving them.
Right.
I mean, you notice they're just all different.
Yeah.
And each one, as you get newer, each one does it better.
Right. That's for
Minus
sure.
Fuel economy somehow. But really, I was shocked that your truck, the L5P, got better miles per gallon.
12 and a half.
That's actually really good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah. So I am pretty happy with how the 09 did. Like, I do have a lot more confidence in that truck, seeing that I was able to move that weight around with relative ease. So maybe we keep that, maybe we don't. Who knows? We got some thinking to do. We got some numbers to run. Let us know. What do you guys think after the towing test? Should we keep the 09? Get rid of that, or do we keep the 23, get rid of the 09? But appreciate you guys tuning in for this. Had fun doing this. It was a good test, I feel. Maybe you guys can walk away with some information. Maybe you guys want to buy either one of these. Hey, it's up to you guys. Let us know. And yeah, appreciate you guys supporting this matter. We got a ton of big trips coming up. And by ton, I mean 2 that I know of. Maybe Kyle knows of some more. We're just trying to get everything ready for this year. And when the good weather comes, we want to be ready for it and bring you guys some good content. So again, appreciate your guys supporting this matter. See you in a couple days.